Season 5 brought to you by the Butterfly Palace. Have the best day ever at the Butterfly Palace. The Springfield Greene County Park Board reminding you to go play, and Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service. Call Southwest Missouri's best plumber today for a free estimate. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
And it is Monday. Welcome back to another week. Hope you had a great weekend. We had a pretty good weekend. It was busy. We were in different places. I was in Memphis for soccer tournament. Sarah was here with the girls, and they did some girls stuff, I understand. But it sounded fun. The girls had fun.
It was fun. It was a great weekend. All right. A lot of people went hunting this weekend. That's what they did with their time. Lots of deer harvested. No. Take note, yesterday was the last day for the required chronic wasting disease testing. The Department of Conservation says they are thankful for all the hunters who took part and got their deer tested during the opening weekend of firearm season. So we'll keep you posted on the numbers when we get them. And if you're watching this on Facebook, instead of listening to it, share some pictures with us in the comments of your kill. Should be fun. Should be fun to look at. I don't know.
It sounds so harsh.
Right. It does. I know it does. I will eat the meat, but I really don't prefer to shoot it. So, all right. 174 acres, 2 miles east of Sam's Club on East Sunshine. That one, it will soon be home to a tree nursery, senior living facilities, and some other residential development. Developers say this is likely only the beginning for that area as the community of Turners, Stratford, and Rogersville all continue to grow at a rapid pace. Many drivers go by that area daily on their commutes into Springfield. So again, looking like it will be developed.
Yeah, it's a popular area out there for sure. This weekend, I know Thanksgiving is still a week and a half away, and that typically Black Friday is the official start of holiday shopping, Christmas shopping season. But it's already underway because you know what? The bell ringers are out. That's what that means. The Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign is hoping to raise $1.17 million for those in need in Greene and Christian counties this year. Donations help local families year-round with things like rent, utilities, food, and other necessities. So, and they have the ability, you can scan your debit card, I think, or, pay digitally because
with a QR code. Yeah.
So few people carry cash these days. I carry it just for that because I'm still old school. There are new tax brackets for the upcoming year coming up, which will impact us for 2025. Sounds like good news, bad news in there. The brackets show how much taxpayers will owe on each part of their taxable income going forward. The IRS boosted the income thresholds for each bracket, accounting for inflation. That means some people could benefit by being able to remain in a lower tax bracket, especially those who receive just a cost of living raise increase. However, the standard deduction will increase for both married couples filing jointly and single filers.
All right. Speaking of owing money, we've told you recently that Americans feel tipped out. Now, Pew Research polling is backing that up. Apparently, 72% of Americans say it feels like tipflation. Tipflation. You see the word there? As they are asking right now, or being asked, I should say, to tip much more frequently than compared to 5 years ago. The majority of Americans report tipping 15% at a sit-down restaurant, and then a quarter of people leave 20% or more. Ethan Foreheads is in that number. Are you tipped out, though?
I am tipped out. Yeah, there's some, but you feel bad whenever, like yesterday, for example, we were in Memphis. We went to this really good place, biscuits and chicken. It's fantastic. I looked at opening a franchise here, but I can't do that.
But as it turns out, if someone serves biscuits, that means they open at the crack of dawn, and that's just not your forte.
No, well, I could hire people to do that, but yeah, I don't think we'll be opening one. Hopefully somebody will, because it's fantastic. In fact, I brought some biscuits
What's
home.
it called?
Well, it's called Rise. And I looked up where they are. I think they have 2 in Missouri, 1 in Kansas City area, Overland Park, I believe. Anyway, there were only 2 in the state of Tennessee, 1 in Memphis where we were, and then 1 in Nashville. Fantastic food. And I'd love to open it because I do love biscuits. You know that. Where was I headed with this? Oh, but
Tipping.
Anyway. Yeah, tipping. we had to, the whole ordering process was me on a little, like a tablet.
Kiosk.
So I did it all myself, and then it had a tip option there. And I was like, who am I tipping exactly?
The robot.
Because yeah. There's nobody doing anything for me. So they're making the food, but they're being paid to make the food. So I hit no, but I feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
I watched another no too. So.
Speaking of robots, I just saw the headline this weekend that Chipotle is getting ready to go highly robotic on their food line. So we'll see how quickly that gets to the Ozarks. Hopefully
on the food line. That would be interesting. How would that work?
Yeah.
You mean check in and ordering?
There's people also, but there's going to be robots doing a lot of the work that happens behind the counter at Chipotle. I just saw the headline on it and I was like, whoa, but it's not everywhere yet, of course. So hopefully we got a while. It's one good thing about being a little bit more insulated into the interior US,
Well, I tell you, okay. I don't think $15 an hour is helping that at all. I think that's leading to a reason that a lot of jobs are going away, because why pay that if you can automate it?
Right. Good news for world travelers. Passport turnaround times are getting better. Turnaround times are now a week faster than last month and 3 weeks faster than during the summertime months. The State Department says you can expect to wait 7 to 10 weeks to process new passport applications and 3 to 5 weeks if you pay to expedite it. You know who this makes me think of? Joe Dawes. Do you guys remember him? Ozarks, Joe Dawes, him and Christine. They're so great.
Sure.
They missed their trip because they were waiting on a passport.
Oh yeah, they had an international trip, and he never. Some of them didn't get their passports in time, and they had to cancel. Yeah, that's right.
I was so sad because I was also waiting for a passport at the same exact time they were, and I ended up getting mine, and he didn't get his. And then I saw him at the coffee shop, and I said, "How was your vacation?" Like thinking maybe, hopefully, he got it, and he was like, "Well, we made lemonade." Oh, broke my heart.
Yeah, well, you had a lot more time than he did before your trip.
I did, yeah. I had more weeks, but we had sent it off like around a similar time. So anyway, but yep, looks like it's getting better for people. So that's good news.
Yeah, that is good news. Big day expected in Washington, D.C. tomorrow. Jewish and Christian groups are rallying on behalf of the Jewish state. The March for Israel, it's called, is designed to call for the release of more than 240 hostages still being held by the terrorist group Hamas, standing against the rise of global anti-Semitism since the October 7th attack is part of what they're doing, and to show support for the Biden administration and members of Congress who are backing Israel's right to defend itself. So that is happening in Washington, D.C. And of course, that also makes it a target. So we will be watching that very closely.
Yes.
Kansas City Chiefs had a bye weekend over the weekend. That meant Travis Kelce spent it with Taylor Swift.
Guess who?
They were apparently in Argentina at her Eras tour show. Swift even, this is cute, isn't it? She even changed the lyrics of her song Karma. So rather than singing Karma is the guy on the screen coming straight home to me, Swift changed it to Karma is the guy on the Chiefs coming straight home to me. And the crowd went wild, no doubt. This, I tell you something, all of this build-up is going to make their breakup even more epic. It is going to be crazy whenever they break up.
Did you just use the word epic?
Well, I'm talking about T Swift, so yes.
Oh my goodness, you guys, please keep listening. Please, every day. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
I'm trying to fit in with the kids. Leave me alone. They understand me.
You're 50. You can't.
Sure I can.
You're the senior.
But honestly, I mean, she hasn't had a relationship that's had this much attention, and she's written songs about it. So imagine what's going to happen whenever these two break up, and it's inevitable. I mean, come on, they're going to break up.
Why do you say it's inevitable?
And it's going to be very dramatic. It's going to be very dramatic.
He lives in the Midwest. Things last in the Midwest. Haven't you noticed?
He's not a Midwesterner.
I know, but he
may live here now, but he's not a Midwesterner. Look at what he wears. He's not a Midwesterner.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Today is World Kindness Day, and Krispy Kreme is celebrating with free donuts. The first 500 customers at participating stores will get a dozen free donuts. Krispy Kreme says it's hoping that customers will share their dozen to spread kindness. The free dozen will include mostly original glazed, but each box will also have one World Kindness Day chocolate iced heart donut.
Oh, wow.
Listen, if it ain't St. George's, I ain't wasting my calories. No offense, Krispy Kreme. I love that you're doing it. You are kind. That you are. But let's be honest.
It's a lot of free donuts.
Yeah. I mean, millions. I read the whole thing, and the press release, the owner was talking about how many millions of free donuts they will give away tomorrow. So,
and today is World Kindness Day?
Or today. Oh. Yeah. Today is World Kindness Day. There you go.
Who knew?
Now you know. Krispy Kreme knew. That's who knew.
I'll have to make a point to be kind.
I won't be the normal jerk that I typically am. Good job. You will tip at the kiosk on World Kindness Day, right?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a stretch. I don't know about that. It depends on what
right.
The tip is for. If the tip is for something, then sure.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
I don't think so. See you tomorrow. Be kind.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Monday. It is November 13th. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Of course, celebrating Veterans Day on Saturday. Beautiful weekend in the Ozarks, and things warmed up pretty nicely for us. We had kind of spring-like temperatures, or almost that feel in the air yesterday. We're going to have another nice one today. However, it's cold out there this morning. I want to kick off this week, though, by congratulating our winners of the $20 Scooters gift cards from last week. So big congrats. Shout out to Josh, Cheryl, Debbie, Gary, and Kathy. You could be a winner too, like all of these fine folks. So stick around, listen to the end of the podcast today. I'll have the next chance to win a $20 gift card to Scooters Coffee. Thank you, Scooters, for the sponsorship. And stick around and you can enter your guess. I'll let you know the question in just a couple of minutes. First, we're starting off kind of chilly this morning. Numbers are in the low 40s, but there's a wind chill. We have wind chill values in the upper 30s. If you're up and at 'em this morning, as of 5 a.m., wind chill value near 37 degrees. And it is going to be a beautiful day in the Ozarks, despite this cold start. One of those days where you need a jacket early, and then this afternoon, we won't need it at all. I'm going to be kind of bold today. I'd say 70 degrees for the high temperature. We've got really low relative humidity and north wind that becomes an east breeze throughout the course of the day. And temperatures upper 60s, close to 70s in spots. I think we make it to 70 here in Springfield today. East wind about 5 miles an hour by the time the afternoon rolls around. The other thing we have going for us today is a whole lot of sunshine in the forecast. So grab the shades if you're heading out the door right now, along with that light jacket. We've got above average temperatures, not just today, but really most of the work week this week. What I'm seeing is this ridge of high pressure building in. Oftentimes that protects us from any major cool downs. Really, it also blocks off the rain chances for us here in the Ozarks. So at least the first half of the extended forecast is looking rain free. There may be some opportunity for some rain to return to the forecast. That happens by late this weekend. A cold front will arrive late this week. In fact, I have two in the forecast. One on Wednesday, another potential frontal boundary coming through for us by the weekend. Models have been back and forth for the weekend forecast. So I'm going to reserve the right to change the weekend forecast here as more substantial data comes in and we can really get a better look at the next storm system. At this point, it looks like we'll see a minor cool down with a rain chance happening late in the weekend on Sunday into Monday of next week. As we look at the immediate forecast, though, things are really nice. We're going to be dry, sunny, high temperatures will remain in the low 70s and upper 60s really for the first half of the work week. I mentioned those rain chances that return for us late in the weekend and the early part of next week. It's not looking like a ton of rain, but a pretty widespread area of rainfall will break out from portions of Nebraska back through Kansas, Missouri, into Iowa, and then maybe all the way down into Texas and Arkansas too. They're, of course, getting the soggy weather today while we have the nice bright sunny sky and high pressure in control for our forecast. So today, mostly sunny, 70 degrees in the forecast. Really a beautiful fall day. Take advantage of the ones like this. The wind's not too bad today either. We stay pretty nice though. If for some reason you have plans, you can't make it out today, Tuesday and Wednesday also look fantastic. I introduced some cloud cover back into the forecast though by Thursday, and I have another frontal boundary on the way for the weekend, which will result in the rain chance that I mentioned for late this weekend into the early part of next week. Headlines around the country this morning, widespread showers happening along the Gulf Coast. That was in place yesterday. I still think those folks see lingering rain showers on this Monday as we start the new week. Light snowfall happening today for the northern portion of New England. Nothing too crazy, but you might see some pictures coming out of New England of some winter weather happening there. And then, of course, the northern Cascades, northern Rockies, seeing some snowfall from over the weekend. That may stick around today as well. Temperatures above normal for the central part of the country, though. That's going to last for us here in the Ozarks and for much of the Midwest through at least Thursday of this work week. So things are looking pretty good for us across the Ozarks. All right, it is time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question. This is what I left you with last week, and it was about Veterans Day. Which United States president made sure that Veterans Day is celebrated on November 11th? The options here were A, Dwight D. Eisenhower, B, Lyndon B. Johnson, C, Richard Nixon, or D, Gerald Ford. You might be surprised by this one because this was actually after Veterans Day had been in place for many, many years. The answer is D. It was Gerald Ford. Officially, Veterans Day is always November 11th. One of these kind of obscure facts, though, about the Veterans Day holiday is this one, that in 1968, Congress passed the Uniform Holidays Act, which put Veterans Day on the fourth Monday in October, and it took effect in 1971. However, in 1975, President Gerald Ford said, no, I want it back on November 11th, which was the original Veterans Day, of course, and originally this was Armistice Day and then expanded to be called Veterans Day to recognize all veterans that served our military. And of course, this is the armistice went into effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918 to recognize the end there, or the hostilities, the cessation of hostilities between the Allied nations and Germany during World War I. So Gerald Ford is actually the one that said, nope, we're returning it. It's going back to November 11th, which of course was Saturday. And we want to say a big thank you to everyone that has served our country, of course. All right, here is the Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question that I have for you tomorrow. Taking a different direction with this one. A lot of people are putting up their Christmas trees. Artificial Christmas trees used to be made of which material? Do you think there were trees made of A, bear skin, B, goose feathers, C, repurposed shoe leather, or D, yarn? Let me know. You can take your guess. That happens over at aroundtheozarks.com. It is free to enter. All you have to do is sign in, pick your guess, put your name in, and it's could be $20 in your pocket to Scooter's Coffee. We're giving that away Monday through Friday this week. So make sure you tune in every single day. Also, if you are listening, please make sure you review Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. We would sure appreciate it. Give us a 5-star review. If you like the show, you can do that on Apple or Spotify. Thank you so much for listening this morning. I really appreciate you starting your week with me. I will see you back tomorrow morning. Enjoy the beautiful day. It's going to be so nice. 70, sunny. Soak it up in the Ozarks and have a great one.